didn't build this by standing still. Neither did Ipswich Town. Hard work, late nights, big decisions. When your next level is within reach, don't let funding hold you back. Fleximize will find you the best deal out there, even if it's not ours. Just fast, flexible business loans. Let's fund your next level. Fleximize.
Hello and welcome back to Matchday Live, streaming on X, YouTube, Facebook and Town TV. Proudly brought to you by our headline digital partner, Fleximize, the UK's award-winning lender offering fast, flexible business loans. Today, the wait is over. Premier League football is back at Portman Road as Town take on Sunderland in the opening game of the season. Portman Road is filling up. The county has turned blue and white, and Gary O'Neill's side are ready to get going as the Black Cats come to Suffolk. Coming up on today's show, we'll get straight into the Town team news, bring you all the build-up from Portman Road, get your score predictions, chat through the latest arrivals, and rewind to that 2001 win over Sunderland. A very warm welcome to Portman Road. Premier League football is back. It's Ipswich Town versus Sunderland. And as you may have noticed, we are in our new home. Alongside me, Danny Haynes and Ian Westlake. Lads, before we talk about football, this is some view up here, isn't it, Danny?
Different. It's definitely different. A bit louder as well than the old place that we used to shoot. But yeah, welcome back, Premiership.
Wesley, how do you feel about being back at Portman Road, Premier League football?
Yeah, can't wait. Last time I loved it. It's going to be even better this time. I think the squad is so much stronger than last time we did it, and I just can't wait.
The atmosphere, Danny, is certainly starting to build. You mentioned the new PA system that we've got here at Portman Road. You look around and the music's pumping and the fans are nodding away. It's an exciting day for the fans, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. That's what we're waiting for. I know the World Cup we had this summer, but there's nothing like the Premiership, is there? There's nothing like it. So yeah, I'm glad we're back playing top flight football again.
Exactly that. Top flight football is back at Portman Road. So let's take a look at Gary O'Neill's first starting 11 to take on Sunderland in the Premier League. Well, this is the team selected. It is Kjell Scherpen in goal. We've got Dara O'Shea, Issa Diop, Jacob Greaves and Leith Davis as the back four. We've got Sasa Lukic, Nunez in the two midfield roles, and then we've got Fatawu, Enciso, Dyson, and our Brazilian wonder kid, Emerson up top. Westy, I'll come to you first. Gary O'Neill's first competitive game as the Town manager. What do you make of that starting lineup?
A really attacking lineup. I love it. I think we look really solid at the back. I like centre half. O'Shea playing at right back just makes us more solid, gives Leith Davis the freedom to bomb down the left. Two midfielders are going to get on it and play. Lukic, the summer signing, really, really good, like had a really good pre-season. And then we've got Fatawu and Dazan. Last time we were in the Premier League, we went really, really British with Welsh players, Irish players. We got continental this time, right? We've got African one side, Asia the other, and then we've got some South American spice. That's my favourite bit. You've got Enciso and Emerson, who are just going to be so good to watch all season. Having something different up there that's going to really excite the fans.
That front four, Danny, as an attacker yourself, is really exciting. As Westy said, there's got a little bit of everything to it, and players like Fatawu and Dyson are going to get these fans off their seats.
Oh, most definitely. Pure pace, flair. You see the elegance of the South Americans up in the middle, and then like Wesley was just saying, Fatawu on the right, Dyson on the left. I see Dyson in pre-season, and man, that boy does work. So I'm looking forward to it.
Dara O'Shea coming in at right back, obviously predominantly been a centre half, but that's a position that he'll feel comfortable just moving into, won't he, Westy?
Yeah, he'll be absolutely fine. And at times in possession, it will be a back three anyway. We'll get Davis pushing on down the left-hand side. O'Shea will tuck in more, and it'll be a three, so he'll be more than comfortable in there, and especially with Diop, who he's come in as another leader. He's come in pre-season, and you see him dictating the back line, looks really sharp, looks really strong, so I think those three will deal with any other threat from Sunderland.
It's a lot of Premier League debuts for Town players today, but there's one in goal, Kjell Scherpen, who will become the tallest Premier League player in history. It's a record that I'm sure he's not really bothered about, but having someone who is so tall in goal is always going to be handy, isn't it, Danny?
Oh, definitely. It's definitely going to be handy. Obviously, with penalties and corner kicks, he's going to be strong. He's going to have that physical presence where he's towering over people. So, yeah, it will scare a lot of attacking players, them going up 1v1 with him.
And Ciso in the middle of the 10 role, as it were. Fans will love having him back. They're the kind of players that get you off your feet, aren't they, Westy? And he can produce magical moments. As the players are about to come out for their warm-up, Kiel Sherpen's just behind us. He's nearly as tall as the stand, actually. We probably could have given him a high five, but just going back to Julio Enciso, he's a magical player, isn't he?
Yeah, he's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant. He's a dribbler. We don't have enough dribblers in the team, people who really want to get on it and drive with the ball, and he does that. He beats players, and the thing that fans love the most about Enciso, he shoots. He shoots from anywhere, but he strikes it with such power and accuracy. He's already scored. Like, his highlight reel at Brighton was phenomenal. He scored 2 bangers when he was here. Let's just hope he gets one today.
Emerson up top. We've spoken about him all pre-season. The first Brazilian to put on an Ipswich Town shirt. He'll have had a lot of confidence coming into this game. He's performing really well in the pre-season games. What are you expecting to see from him leading the line today, Danny?
What I've been impressed with Emerson is his link-up play and his hold-up skills and ability to bring other players involved. Like Leif Davis got a couple of goals during pre-season because of his presence and the way he holds the ball. So I'm quite looking forward to him. And then obviously, as a bonus, he's getting goals as well. So he's flying with confidence. So I'm happy to see him starting up top.
Yeah, it's a really strong starting 11 for Ipswich Town, and we've got a strong bench as well. Players like Christian Walton, Furlong, Kipre, Egley, Magatir, Akpon, Humphreys, Guimasingo, and Jack Clark as well with the bench. It's a lineup there. If any of those were starting, bar maybe the younger ones in, you wouldn't have blinked an eyelid, would you, Westy?
No, take all of them. They all look really solid. And Clark's the one for me. Clark can come on and change the game. You can put him in as a 10. You can play off the left, off the right. And he got loads of goals. He was top goal scorer last season, so he'll be eager to get on the pitch.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be like for these fans and these players on the bench that want to come on. They'll know they're probably likely going to get some minutes at some point because it is the first game of the season. They'll be firing and ready to go, but they'll be needed definitely in this game as well, the substitutes.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, if you look at the games of pre-season, it was quite rotated, and we had this discussion off air. What's his best 11? We're not quite sure yet, but however, we still got the players that can fill in any of these positions. So it's a good problem to have.
And Wesley, for some of those players that were here with us in the Premier League, I know a lot of them have gone now, but people like Dara O'Shea, I remember speaking to him at the end of season award dues. He just wanted to get back to winning games after the disappointment of last time out in the Premier League. They'll have a point to prove, won't they? They want to prove that they can compete, they can play at the highest level in English football. Yeah,
I think only 4 in the squad today, or 4 that were playing that were here last time, but they'll have a massive point to prove. I think O'Shea has proved it to me. He did it at Burnley. I think he did it last time we were here. He's one of the ones that can compete at that level and is good enough. But the others, I think Leif Davis is the biggest one. I think Leif Davis is a special player, right? He's proved it at the Championship. He's too good for it. Like, what levels above the Championships? But last time in the Prem, it wasn't as easy for him. He didn't get the goals, he didn't get the assists, and then he struggled a little bit defensively. I think he is a massive point to prove. He's 2 years better. He is a phenomenal talent, and I think this year is going to be a big year for him.
Yeah, we are very much looking forward to seeing Ipswich Town play this afternoon against Sunderland. A reminder, though, due to broadcasting restrictions, supporters won't be able to watch Town games live on Town TV this season, but subscribers can listen to the beautiful commentary, as always, from Westy and Glenn Wheeler. You can subscribe on Town TV for $5.99 a month, which includes the live commentary from Glenn and Ian, live under-21 fixtures at home, and plenty of exclusive on-demand content. And I hear Commentary Cam is back. Now, Westy, is that why? Don't do that face. You've come dressed in your best clobber because you know there's a camera. We'll get on to Glenn a little bit later on, but they're the exciting moments that fans do actually like to see, the reactions of you and Glenn up there.
Yeah. It was fun. It went down well last year. It's odd, right? So for the first 5 minutes, you're like thinking about, why are they filming me commentate? I'm just speaking. And then as the match goes on, you just don't care. You just act yourself, and it's quite fun. Like, you probably don't realise the faces you pull. Everyone else seems to enjoy it.
It's a big afternoon across the Premier League, of course, but all our attention is focused on Ipswich Town versus Sunderland. We said at the top of the show, Danny, Premier League football is back. You can sort of feel the atmosphere. Thankfully, the sun is shining. It's going to be a special occasion today.
It definitely is. I feel like the temperature isn't too hot like it was in pre-season, so it's cooled down a bit. But I think these boys are fired up. I can't wait to see these boys in action.
Gary O'Neill mentioned in his press conference about the togetherness and the spirit, and he said He's felt it as soon as he walked through the door here. That's going to be so important throughout the season and get us through so many difficult moments that we may have.
Yeah, he kept a really solid pace of really good players. The ones like O'Shea leadership, Greaves leadership. Leif Davis has been here a long time, knows what the club's about. And then he added players quite early. That was the really important thing. He's had this squad together. He took them abroad a couple of times. And when you go on those away trips, you remember the old away trips, like that's when you get to knit together, like spending every day of every minute with each other, and you become a team. And you can see even in the last couple of games, we're banging in 3 goals, 4 goals, and they all celebrate together, they all enjoy it, and I think they're going to need that togetherness this season.
Playing as a team, they'd have had a lot of training now. They had the camp in Germany, obviously they went abroad as well. What is that first week like when you're building up to a game like today in the training ground? Is the atmosphere, is there a little bit of tension? Is there a little bit of excitement? Like, what's it like as ex-players?
I think for being a player, I feel like the last week or 2 weeks, reality is starting to hit now. And like Wesley was saying, when it comes to pre-season, that's your moments to get to know each other on a footballing level and as a personal level, because I feel that you have to have that balance as well. So I feel like the boys are going to be fired up. I'm looking forward to it. It's exciting times.
We've got a little clip here of the players coming in after training, or going out to training, as it were, in the new building. A reveal will be done of that, but I mean, Wesley, just from the outside, the building looks spectacular, doesn't it? The new training ground facilities are on their way, and just how much will that lift the players as well?
Yeah, it's all going to add to it. The level of investment this year on the pitch, crazy, right? The level of investment off the pitch, the stadium, the training ground, like this place is just going, like it's just growing and growing and growing, and now it all comes down to this first kickoff. It's huge, right? And however much you've trained for it, however many minutes you've had pre-season, after 20 minutes in your first game at Premiership pace, when everyone's at it, like you're blowing, aren't you? You're proper blowing, like you're like...
Because you're dead impressed. Do you know what I mean?
The heart rate's up before you start.
You're like, oh my God, I've got another 60 of this.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's really interesting. How do you combat that enthusiasm, that excitement that all of these players are getting? We know, I mean, the new PA system is really loud, and Dave Vant does a brilliant job hyping everyone up, but it's like they're not needed today because you know that the fans here are going to be lifting the spirits of the boys. So how do you, as players, stay on top of that so you don't have a bad first touch?
I don't think you actually think about it until you actually get on a pitch. That you can't mentally prepare for what's going to happen on day one of the Premiership season. I've never witnessed it. Obviously, I've never played in the Premiership, but in the Championship, you can never prepare for this. But obviously, Town as a whole, the collectiveness of the supporters, you always cheers you up. It's always an extra man. It's always the 12th man. So they're going to use that to their full advantage.
For me, it was always, and I do it when I coach now, I think it's the first thing you do. That settles everything, right? Your first touch, you just want a good first touch. If it's the first thing to tackle, you proper nail someone, fans will love it, settles you down. So the first thing's really important, but however much you try and control it, heart rate, first day of the season, don't care what level, it's through the roof, right? And you are blowing. And I remember last year, last time we were in the Prem against Liverpool, it got to us, 60 minutes in, we died, and they went on and won the game quite comfortably. We were brilliant for 60 minutes. And it is down to the manager, I think. I hope Gary can get hold of him and just say, look, I know it's a massive occasion, but like, don't kill yourself in the first 20 minutes.
Sunderland were, to many people, the blueprint of how to survive in the Premier League last year. They spent big, and everyone saw that, and was it a bit of a surprise factor? They've not done that this time around. So what are you expecting from the visitors today, considering they were so good last season, but they haven't really reinvested?
You can't. They've gone and spent loads and loads of money, right? And there are financial reasons that you can't keep going. It's the same. We've gone nuts this year. If we are lucky enough to stay, I doubt we'll be able to back it up next season because it's just a financial restriction. They will be very good, though. Don't get me wrong. There is not an easy game in the Premier League. They are very direct. They're in your faces. They are very good at set pieces. But they're very beatable. Very beatable. Like, I really think we're going to come out. I fancy us today. I think we're going to be really, really good.
Home form's going to be key, isn't it, Danny, this season?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like we need to solidify, obviously, getting a point and getting us off to a good start of the season. And it's a sacred place. Teams need to come here and think that it's not going to be an easy ride. You know, obviously, Sunderland's done it the back end of the last season and stayed and maintained that. That's because of called home form. We need to do the same. And like Wesley was saying, these are beatable, so we need to get 3 points early doors.
Absolutely, 3 points is hopefully on the cards. That's what we think here. What about you, the Town fans watching at home or even in the stadium? What are your score predictions? We want to hear from you. Let us know in the comments section, and we'll read a few of them out a little bit later on. I was here for the Rayo Vallecano game. A lot can happen in a few weeks in football, and we've got even more signings to talk about. Let's talk about the 2 new boys that have come in. Well, one of them's returned. Julio Enciso, we spoke about him a little bit earlier, but a player that has committed a long-term contract to the football club and someone that Gary knows really well.
Yeah, it's fortunate. Gary knows him well. We know him well. Do you know what I mean? He's been here on loan and we loved him. Then Gary had him last year at Strasbourg, loved him. So it was a really easy signing, I think. I think everyone was on the same page. We wanted him back, Gary wanted him, and we got him in. And we know what he's like. He's a dribbler, he's a nuisance out of possession. He goes and wins the ball back. And I said it earlier, the best thing he does, he shoots. He takes shots, and it's lovely to have distance shots from...
I love people that take shots. You know, it's all well playing tiki-taka football, but we need that player from the middle to actually take shots and test the goalkeeper. That's the main thing. You've got to test the goalkeeper. You don't shoot, you don't score. So for him to come back in, knowing the club from previous, it's good.
It does feel like a really perfect fit, doesn't it? Gary O'Neill worked with him last season. He's been at the football club before and had some lovely moments. But as a player, Westy, when you've got that support from the manager, familiar surroundings, how much will that help him settle into being back at the football club?
Yeah, massively. Settling into playing in the Premier League is really difficult. He's played in the Premier League before. Like you say, coming and moving to a new area, he's done that before. He knows it. It's going to be easy for him. He'll slot straight in. I expect we will love him from day one. We will see the Enciso we saw when he was here on loan, the Enciso that Gary loves at Strasbourg. I think we're going to see a special player.
And he's a player that can create those magical moments that we saw against Everton. The goal was absolutely phenomenal, and it's the ones that get bums off seats, isn't it? And every club's got those flair players, haven't they? And that's what really excites the fans.
Do you know what? This year we've actually got a few. Before it was Philly Jean, Burns got people off their feet. We've got a decent selection at the front 4 of just flair, getting people off their seats and enjoying football, and that's the main thing. They've got to enjoy it out there every minute, even the graft. They need to enjoy it.
Well, I hope they got on the same plane. But Abdul Watara as well came in from Strasbourg. Again, another player that Gary O'Neill knows really well. And Westy, you were saying, you've been speaking to a few people, his versatility is going to be so key.
Yeah, apparently. So I don't know, I haven't watched too much of him, but I was speaking to the director of football, and he's a bit of everything. So he can play left back, he can play right back, he can play defensive mid, he can play centre mid, he can play wing back, either side. So he's a brilliant option that we haven't got to go and find another left back, because we haven't really got cover for Leaf. But he can slot in and play that. If we need cover at right back, he can play there. If we need cover in midfield, he's also got that in the locker. So he's a massive addition with real versatility.
Yeah, he's coming in as a youngster, but he's got so much experience already, and that European experience that he'll have will also hold him in good stead moving forward.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, he's got the experience. He's still, what is he, 20 still? Yeah. I mean, to have that amount of experience at that age is phenomenal. And like Wesley was saying, I don't know too much about him, but what I do know that he's very versatile and he can slot into any position that Gary decides to put him in and do a job and do it well.
How key is that going to be for Gary to have players like that? Not just Abdul Watara, but those that can play in multiple positions. We see it with Dara today as well. We can shift over to the right. Jacob Greaves can do left-sided centre-half and also left-back.
Yeah, it makes it easy for the manager, but it also makes it difficult for opposition, because they don't know when you put the team sheet out, oh, he's here at left-back, he's here at right-back. And they spend weeks, right, studying the next team, where they're going to play, and if we can string a few surprises, that's always helpful. Another thing, right, he's a good buy. He wasn't a fortune, right? And at his age, you always have to look now, he can make us a lot of money. Like, he's one of those, right? If he goes another couple of good seasons in the Prem, he's then worth a fortune. And you've seen clubs like Brighton, they build themselves in the Premier League by buying talent and then selling it on, and he's one that could be a good investment.
And they're doing it on the biggest stage. It's worldwide. The Premier League is seen all over the world, and to do it on the biggest stage for these players is obviously a big draw to come in. The manager, it's an exciting place to come and play your football, isn't it, Portman Road?
Oh, definitely. I used to love it here. Wesley's probably the same. It's one of the best clubs that we've been at, and yeah, it is good to get your first Premier League outing at such a club like Ipswich. It's building. We've got nothing but investments going into this club, and we're going places.
Absolutely, we are certainly going places, that is for sure. It has been a very busy summer for Ipswich Town in the transfer market. The 2 new recruits make it 12 that have signed on the dotted lines. Let's take a look at those signings on paper. Now, obviously, Chuba Akpon and Cedric Kipre were loans that became permanent, so we are very familiar with their work. But Westy, what do you make of the overall business that we've done in this market?
I think it's been superb. A lot of investment, right? I cannot believe how much investment we've put into it. Emerson's the one that you've got to look at and think, again, he's very young. He's got the profile of the Premier League striker. He's got this soft touch, which I just adore, right? The ball comes up and it just sticks to him. He's got great vision. He links with people off of him, and he's one that I'm really excited for. Fatawu, we know because every time he's played against us, he's scored. So we know what he's got in the locker, and he's a real talent, cuts in on that left foot. And then 2 goalkeepers is great. We need to strengthen in that area. Diop's a bit of experience, Lukic a bit of experience. Players who've actually been in the Premier League before, that's really important for us. And then Florentino, I am so excited about. Florentino he was linked, right, in his younger days as a player that was going to go on and be one of the best in Europe. And he's had a couple of sticky seasons, but if we can get him back on that track, he's going to be major investment for us.
What do you like about the business that we've done in the summer?
To be fair, this has got to be one of our best seasons as of recent of doing business. I believe, look, if you look at the depth of the squad and the amount of players that we've got in and the type of players that we've got in the squad now, I think it's great that we got additions. Obviously, Shapin's coming in, biggest goalkeeper in the Premiership history. I'm looking forward to seeing him in action between the sticks. Florentino, another one I'm looking forward to see. And most importantly, see Emerson. I'm a striker, I'm biased. So Emerson, I'm looking forward to seeing him up top.
Well, on the topic of strikers, obviously we had Emerson come in, and unfortunately with that, with 12 new signings, there's bound to be a few that leave the club. George Hurst, who was a brilliant servant for the football club, 3 promotions, 30 goals. He'll be missed by everyone at the football club because he's been on that journey, but it is the transition that the club is in now. But just a few words on your experience of George Hurst as an Ipswich Town player.
I loved him. I sang his praises every week. Sometimes he got criticised. I thought he was brilliant. Scored some massive goals. Goal against Norwich, like you, Danny, loves to score a goal against Norwich. Brilliant goal against Barnsley. I think everyone will remember that goal. But he was part of a group with Kieran, obviously, as manager, with Wolfie, with Cam, with Burns, Chappers. It was a special group, and like you say, apart from Leif Davis, that group's coming to an end.
As you can tell, the music in this stadium has been raised, the voices, the levels, the fans, and everything. It's like being in a nightclub during the day. It's like everyone's on a bit of a day dancing session. But as a striker, Danny, what was it that you enjoyed about watching Hurst here? And not just what he did on the pitch for the football club, but how great he was off it as well.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to start with on the pitch because although he's got us some important goals, but his work off the ball went unnoticed. And for me, as a striker, you've got to work. You know, you need that 11th man to actually run around and chase defenders down, put pressure on them, and that's what he done fantastically. And that went unnoticed. So, yeah, I loved him. It's going to be, we're going to miss him.
We are absolutely going to miss George Hurst. We do wish him all the best at Stoke City. Now, we was going to ask you what your favourite George Hurst goal was. You mentioned Norwich. You also mentioned Barnsley. So let's show the Barnsley one.
And Hurst is driving through. Dangerous for Ipswich. Connor Chaplin up with him. It's Hurst! It's 2! It's 2 for Ipswich Town! George Hurst! Well, he fluffed his lines earlier, but he didn't that time. A wonderful solo goal from George Hurst, who got the beating of Mads Andersen. And he went on and on and on. And he took on the shot. And he rifled it beyond Harry Iceland into the corner. Barnsley 0, Ipswich Town 2.
Yeah, fantastic goal scored by George Hurst. Now, Town fans would have watched CEO and Chairman Mark Ashton's video on Town TV recently where he was talking about the fantastic work that's been going on at the football club, but not just at the training ground. We've been talking about it today for the match day experience, but they're looking to elevate that. Mark said how important home form and the fans are going to be this season. I presume, Westy, you echo everything that he said there.
Oh, completely. And I don't even think he's got to ask for it. We know these fans are unbelievable. Like, the North Stand will be going nuts. Everyone in here is making a lot of noise already. And with the new setup, the new fan zone bit, that looks incredible. I think everything's coming together perfectly. And it's fine to rally and call for the fans. You don't need to. They're turning up every week, and they always do at Portman Road.
But the fans will really appreciate things like that. You mentioned there, Wesley, the fan zone. The speakers now are very, very loud, as you can probably tell. We're doing our very best here, guys. But it just gives you that extra feel. It does make you feel, even though the club was on that Premier League journey, but Ipswich Town is a Premier League club and they're doing things Premier League way.
Yeah, definitely. If you look at the state of, if you look at our training ground, it's a top-tier training ground. You wouldn't want to wake up every morning and drive into work and going into that training ground. It makes you feel good. And obviously we're doing some extensions here as well at Portman Road, so he is putting money in the right places, and we're just going to get bigger. We're only going to get bigger, and the fan base is going to stick together as they have been throughout the years. He's doing some good work.
And Wesley, that connection between the fans, you said it's already here. The fans are well on board with everything that's happening. But from a player's perspective, what is that like when you walk out and you've got 25,000 fans that are absolutely delighted to see you all on the pitch? It must be like the best feeling ever. I'm trying to wish I could ever have done it, but I was so far away from it. But just what was that feeling like?
Yeah, it's the best feeling. The moment you're in the tunnel and you had the team speech from the manager and it's just you and the other players, right? And there's a few words that you couldn't probably say on the TV, but everyone's shouting a few things, get into them, do you know, all these things. And then it goes quiet for a split second, right? And your tune comes on. They play the Fatboy Slim song or whatever they're going to play today here. And then you run out, right, and everyone goes nuts. They're waving the flags. The kids are on the pitch. Like, it's just unreal. That moment is brilliant. And they can't get it any better in here now. They get the fireworks in here, don't they? They get the pyrotechnics. Everything's just spot on, and it just adds to everything. And then if your adrenaline isn't buzzing at that point, you're just dead inside. Like, you have to feel that moment.
The only thing that is missing is Danny Haynes' pre-match team talk, walkout, shout out. What would you have said to the boys if you were out there today? What would you have done to hype everyone up?
Probably similar to the QPR end of the season last year. But yeah, I don't know, I'll probably get them to sing the blues song, do you know what I mean? Blue Army, let's go.
But Mark mentioned the QPR game specifically about those first 15, 20 minutes trying to recreate that atmosphere. That goes a long way, doesn't it, to the players to feel that support straight away?
We could have had 4 goals, right? The way we started in that game, I thought we were going to blow up in that one because we came out and we used the energy in the crowd to sort of just fly for the first 20 minutes. If we can have that energy every week, and I don't doubt it for a second that we will have it, that energy will really spur us on. If you score first at home, it's massive. If we can keep clean sheets, it's going to be massive. That's the thing I'm really worried about this year. I think our attackers look really lively. It's so hard to keep these top players out and stop them scoring goals.
The stadium is so good that it's almost like fans from the away team will enjoy coming to Portman Road, but obviously we don't want them to have a good time on the pitch, but you just get a sense today that this feels, like you said before, Wesley, when we came up last time, it was all very quick, it was all not quite ready. It feels ready, doesn't it, Danny?
Yeah, definitely. Well, like you were saying, we don't want Sunderland fans, the Black Caps, to have too much fun today. Well, listen to that energy. Listen to the energy. Why would you want to come in? You know, it's amazing.
I've actually got goosebumps underneath my jacket because Gary O'Neill has just walked out and he's got a fantastic reception from the Ipswich Town fans, as we knew he would. But everything that he's been saying in the build-up to the start of the season, it does feel like the perfect fit, doesn't he?
It looks perfect. Like the new players, and he's had to knit that all together. It's a tough job, right? He's been given a really hard job, but it seems seamless at this point. Everything he says seemed right. He hasn't really slipped up in the press. The players have been performing, like we've had a really good pre-season, winning most games. And going back to the George Hurst thing, I think George leaving, I still think there's another one to pull out the bag. I still think I still think we see another striker, whether it's a loan sign-in or a permanent deal. I think one more striker in, just for Gary, just to have that little bit extra firepower. I think that will be the perfect ending to the transfer window.
Danny, have you got your boots? Can you pull them out the bag?
Listen, I've got a bit of Tupperware holding on. Let's get rid of this first. Gary won't be happy with that.
But do you agree with Wesley? Do you think there could be 1 or 2 more through the door?
Yes, I could see a potential 1, 2 maximum. But then again, Gary's going to have an issue with making everybody happy and getting a rotation. So I feel that will be a problem. So I don't feel that Gary necessarily needs another addition. The team that he's got is very solid. So yeah, I don't really want him to be honest. I think we've got enough here.
Do you think he'll play on the fact on how we perform as a group today and in the next coming games. Obviously, Leicester in the Carabao Cup, which you'd expect to be a different side. But do you think that will have any hindrance on whether he dips back in, dips back out?
He wants more. He's come, like, he worked under Harry Redknapp. Like, probably the best wheeler dealer, the best transfer guy ever. He would never have enough strikers. He had Crouch, he had Defoe, like, he would sign them all the time. He will go out there, he's asking every day for more players. He wants more backup. I know there's rumours of Palacios, everyone keeps reading it. That would be unbelievable if the club could pull that off. And then I still think we haven't made any loans, right? We get 2 loans in the Premier League. It would be very strange not to use the loan market if it's there for us. So I imagine we'll get at least 1 loan. So I still think we see a striker.
Social media is a funny old thing, isn't it? Because like Gabriel Jesus, I saw there was a link between Jesus and Ranieri at Arsenal as well. I mean, but I guess that as football fans, that's what we love to see, right? You love to see your club linked with players like that, and you know, if you got someone like that through the door, you'd be laughing, wouldn't you?
Plus, take him out.
You don't leave your boots in the bag though. You might not be needed.
Put him in a recycling bin if he's coming. Yeah, that'll be a good one to
But
get.
that's what happens in this time of the window. You get linked with so many different clubs. There's so many different rumours, but one thing is for sure, that anyone that does come to play for this football club, it is a very special place to come and play.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's a club, it's a very family-oriented club. I've been saying it, been screaming it from the rooftop from my boy till now, and I will still continue to say so. Like, it's a great club to be at.
Absolutely right. The music has definitely gone up another notch, but in the meantime, if you remember 2001, it's a long time ago, here at Portman Road, Ipswich Town took on Sunderland and won 5-0. And it featured that very special chip from the legend Finindi George. Go, 2001, Ipswich 5, Sunderland 0. Finindi George, what a player. I must add, I love that nostalgia where players used to wear gloves that were definitely just from the club shop. Stu Burley was wearing them as well. Westy, did you ever have a pair of Ipswich Town gloves?
Yeah, Marcus Stewart used to wear them. I was like, Stewie's wearing them, I got to wear them. I sat up there for that game. I was behind Finidi George's chip, right? Gardso's header, double from Alan Armstrong, Clapham with the other one. It was an unbelievable day. That is a day that if we could mirror that today, that would be some day. They are some of my favourite memories. The year we got promoted in 2000 and I watched us get promoted, then that team playing. Finidi George, right, he came in, I trained with him a few times. If only he'd stayed fit. He didn't play enough for the club, right? He was so good and we just didn't see enough of him.
Yeah, well, Finindi George is a legend to these parts, and so is Marcus Stewart, who is here today at Portman Road. That is absolutely fantastic to see him here on the opening of the Premier League of Ipswich Town versus Sunderland. Right, predictions. We asked you earlier on in the show to let us know what you think the score is going to be. One young Town fan with Dave Vance said it's going to be 3-1, so we'll have a little look down at the bottom. There's people watching from Sydney in Australia. We've got ITFC Burns. That might not be Wes Burns. I think he's a bit busy now at Leicester. But he has gone for 2-1 to the Town. Paul's gone 3-0 Town. Nunes hat-trick. I mean, that would be some performance from Nacho to take home a hat-trick ball. Come on, you Blues. The support is coming in from afar. We had Australia. There was someone from Sweden, I think, as well. 2-1 Town. Yeah. Okay, lads, while these are coming through as well, what are your sort of predictions and feelings so far on
Clean sheet.
Clean sheet.
I'm going to be greedy and go 3-0.
3-0. Westy?
4-2.
4-2. Okay, you're expecting goals and more goals.
The level of player on the pitch now, it's so hard to keep them out. I think we're going to concede and score this year, so I think there'll be a lot of high ones.
It's great to see as well, so many fans watching from Kenya as well. Unbelievable to have so much support from around the globe, and I guess that's what comes when you are a Premier League football club, isn't it? It's great to have these little splinter groups out in different parts of the country that get together and watch the games.
Yeah, definitely. It's good to see people from different nations tuning in to watch Town. It's amazing. It's amazing. We've come so far. I mean, we want to be that Premiership club that stamped our authority in the Premiership, and I don't see why we can't do it now.
Sweden, Denmark, all the fans coming in from across Europe.
Yeah, in the
Come on,
US.
the boys. Tractor boys on fire.
Come on, the boys.
I love the emojis as well. We're going to have to get a little bit more experimental as we go down the season with our emojis, but I'm absolutely here for it. I've loved this club for 51 years of my 59 years. Unbelievable, isn't it? It's like,
Optimistic.
It's optimistic, but
Yep.
You didn't like it for the first 8?
no, I think he said he did like it. I mean, they come so quick and fast, these thoughts. They're coming in.
I like that.
Paraguay, Brazil.
Paraguay to score. That's
3
what I want.
points
I
from
want
Brazil.
Enciso.
That's Emerson's family there.
Paraguay.
Signing in, tuning in.
And there, well, that's a great one to sort of end on there. Jet Lucas, we've got Super Gary O'Neill. Obviously, there was going to be a lot of talk at the end of the summer when Kieran decided to leave the football club. We've got the new era now coming through, and I think that's just been, as Westy said earlier on, it's been highlighted with all the investment in the players, the squad, the Gary O'Neill, the staff, everything is there, isn't it, for Gary O'Neill?
Oh, definitely. He brings something totally different from what Kieran was like. Kieran was more cool, calm on the touchline. Gary's up on his feet for the whole 90 minutes, shouting the information to the boys and getting the boys going. And the boys have taken to that well, you know, from going to Kieran to Gary, it's definitely different managerial relationships, but he seems to be doing well.
Kieran's the top 4 managers we've ever had, right?
Oh, yeah.
But Gary now, he's got Premier League experience. It is something different. We haven't had a manager that's had this much experience in Premier League. He's done it with clubs in and around the bottom half, but he's kept them up both times. He's got experience, Wolves and at Bournemouth, so he is the perfect fit.
Brilliant, he absolutely is. Right, let's have a look at the Gary O'Neill's starting 11 again. If you haven't been with us so far this afternoon on Matchday Live, this is the starting lineup. It's Sherpin in goal, O'Shea, Diop, Greaves, Davis, Nunez, Lukic, Fatawu, Enciso, Dyson and Emerson. We mentioned it at the top of the show, but Danny, it's a very strong starting 11 and a very exciting one as well.
Obviously, we've got 3 players from last season that are here that's in the back 4, and the addition of Diop, that's strong. That's a good, strong addition. Diop is physically strong. He's quick. We've got Lukic in the middle. Nunez coming from being with us from last year. One of the fans' favourites after the Norwich game for that celebration in the corner, waving the Ipswich Town flag.
He'll be waving the flag today if he gets a hat-trick, that's for sure.
Oh, yes, that would be amazing. And obviously the forward 4 with Enciso, Fatawu, Dyson and Emerson. I think that's a great front 4 to start the season.
Westy, you spoke about Gary O'Neill's Premier League experience, being with clubs in and around our position. Lukic comes in with over 100 Premier League appearances. How vital is that going to be this season in that midfield?
Yeah, physicality as well. He's a runner, right? He's box to box. He's huge. He's very competitive. He's exactly what we need in there. Someone that's going to be able to keep up with the pace of the Premier League, which last time I don't think our midfield did. Nunez, he will get on the ball. He's going to be our pivot today. He'll get on and make everything tick. He'll try and link everything together. And it's how much we find Enciso. Can we find him in those pockets? Because if we find him in there, he can create goals, he can score goals. He's like that real little gem that we've been crying out for. It's so exciting to have him back.
Yeah, it's great to have Enciso back in an Ipswich Town shirt. Right, that is your starting 11 for the Blues this afternoon. And to give us the lowdown on the Black Cats, we can now cross over to our lead commentator, the one, the only, Glenn Wheeler.
Thank you, Curly. Well, it is good to be back, isn't it? And in stark contrast to Ipswich, 9 of Sunderland's starting 11 began the 2-1 win against Chelsea on the final day of the previous Premier League season back on the 24th of May. 23-year-old Dutch goalkeeper Robin Roofs kept 10 clean sheets in the top tier last term, and he lines up behind the back four that features one of just 2 summer arrivals at the Stadium of Light. Belgian veteran Thomas Meunier has previously played for elite European clubs, most notably PSG and Borussia Dortmund, and he starts at right back. Another player with a wealth of experience is Sunderland captain Granit Xhaka. The Bundesliga and 2-time FA Cup winner won the Black Cats Player of the Season award at the conclusion of the previous campaign, and today he'll play alongside Noah Siddiqui in the engine room. In attack, Brian Brobby leads the line. The strong, physical Dutch striker scored 7 Premier League goals last season before going on to find the back of the net 3 times at the World Cup. And on the bench, and sticking with the World Cup theme, 4 of Sunderland's 9 substitutes featured in the United States, Canada and Mexico, with Shamsdeen Talbi, Omar Alderete, Wilson Isidore and Habib Diarra all representing their countries in the summer.
Glenn, it is a privilege to have you in my ears once again this season. I'm very much looking forward to your commentary, but before we kick things off, I've got a question that's in 2 parts. Which one of Town's new signings are you most excited to see, and which Town player do you think will give you your highlight commentator moment this season?
Yeah, I'll give 2 players, because I think Julio Enciso is most likely to, get us off the edge of our seats. You know, we know his goal record and we know the goals he's scored. But one that I'm really looking forward to seeing is Dyson Maeda. His record in Scotland, very good for Celtic, and I think he'll add the industry and that goal-scoring knack off the left side.
Glenn, fantastic stuff. It's great to see that you got a haircut as well for your debut appearance with the camera this season in the Premier League. Westy's got his best clubber on, so you need to up your game, mate.
Curly. I got told yesterday we were doing, I got told this morning we were doing this, and what I actually needed was James Zanadakis, because I need his makeup and hair products, but he's not here today.
I like how you passed the buck on to someone else there, blame someone else. Quick word on Dyson Maeda, because he's going to be a very exciting player. I know that the Celtic fans absolutely adored him.
Great top, right? Out of possession, he's really good, but in possession, acceleration, right? So he goes 0 to 60 just so quickly. He's really quick, right? And it's not that long, powerful pace. It's that really nippy, short, tiny little bit. So little through balls around the box, little intricate stuff. Him and Leif Davis, good relationship already. So, yeah, I think he's going to be a really exciting one to watch.
And the tracking back as well is a big thing that Mark, our floor manager, who is a Celtic fan, who's not here today, but he was saying that the work rate, that's what you need now. That's what you need in the Premier League, for sure.
Yeah, when I watched him in pre-season, it's just like he didn't lose any energy whatsoever. I mean, he's a train. He's a machine. He's fit. You can tell he's looked after himself over the summer, and you can tell by his performances. So he's definitely one I'm looking forward to see today.
Okay, right. We can now hear from Town's Jacob Greaves, who has been speaking to Town TV's Jacob Henderson.
Jacob, first game of the season, Portman Road. How much are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, it's exciting times. It's been a long time waiting, obviously 7 weeks of pre-season to kind of build up to this moment. The lads are looking good. Got a really good squad ready to go, and hopefully we can make it a good day.
It's been spoken about the importance potentially of Portman Road this season. We've seen it in previous seasons. How important can it be in that first game as well?
Yeah, I think in any successful season, the home form is going to be so important, and especially obviously in this league when the games are so tough, we've got to use this to our advantage as much as we can. And it's fortunate to us at the first game. Obviously, it's at Portman Road. It's exciting. The fans have been brilliant since I've joined the club, so hopefully it can be as loud as it possibly can, and we kind of use that to our advantage and try and get a good result.
Sunderland, an excellent season last year, probably surprised a few people. I know the focus is on us, but how could they make it difficult today?
Yeah, I think they've got a lot of good players. You obviously look last season, they had a way of playing and it was really effective. They caused a lot of the big teams problems. So we've obviously looked at them. They've got a lot of good players as well, so we've got to try and nullify that the best that we can. But we've got some really good players too, and hopefully we can kind of cause them problems of our own, and hopefully we can cause them more problems than they cause us.
Good luck, Jacob.
Perfect, thank you very much.
Town TV's Jacob Henderson speaking to the centre-half, Jacob Greaves. I've got to say, they look very smart in their new, well, they're not tracksuits, I don't know what you say, the match-fit attire, is it, Westy?
Don't ask me. If I was going for fashion advice, I'd ask you, Curly. You know what all the stuff.
But I think things like that as well, Danny, that just as players, I think the look, everything makes you feel, gives you that extra, I don't know, puffs your chest out a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely adds to the aura of Ipswich Town. You know what I mean? The club looks quite good. So I wouldn't mind purchasing one for the club shop. I might go over there in a minute.
You can get a pair of ITFC gloves in there as well if you fancy getting your boots back on and playing. We're getting very, very close now to kick-off in the Premier League against Sunderland. The atmosphere is continuing to build. Just what are your final thoughts on what you're hoping to see from Ipswich Town this afternoon, Westy?
I hope we take the energy that this stadium has and we use it in those first 15-20 minutes. I want us to really take it to them. Like, this place is absolutely buzzing, yeah? So we might as well use it. Use that adrenaline, really go at them. And I'd love an early goal. Just set this place absolutely on fire.
Danny, what about yourself?
I'm going to mirror what literally Wesley just said. First 15 minutes is going to be vital. Get a couple of shots on goal and hopefully get a goal as well. So yeah, first 15-20 minutes is going to be, we're going to be at it.
Yeah, make sure you do tune in because it is going to be an electric first 10-15 minutes here at Portman Road. You can feel it now. It is 15 minutes away. Okay, so we will be back here at half-time as Dave Van is definitely beating me on the vocals here. Don't forget, you can listen to live commentary on Town TV with the $5.99 subscriptions. We will be back here at half-time. Big thanks to you all for watching at home or wherever you're watching from, especially across the world. And big thanks to Flex Mode. But before we go, we had the pleasure of playing the word association game with Dara O'Shea and Leif Davis. They had to work together and try and work out what town phrase or word we were thinking of. Have a watch, it's brilliant.
This is word association with Dara O'Shea and Leif Davis. Now you guys have got a good connection, right? Yeah.
That's what we did, didn't we?
Yeah, the Christmas special went down really well. So what we've got in here, we've got 10 topics. 9 of them are associated with Ipswich, and there's 1 red herring in there. You're going to pick 5 out each, and you have to describe it to your partner without giving too much away, and obviously not saying what the word is. Okay, Skip's going first, right.
Cool.
Okay.
All right, okay. Hairband.
Oh, Jacob Reeves.
Not quite.
Oh, Jack Clark.
Jack Clark, right. That's a good idea. We'll do 1 word. 1 word, yeah, 1 word.
SquarePants.
What?
Yeah, good. I like it.
SquarePants. What?
He's not going to get it.
He's not going to get it, is he?
No.
Do you watch much telly?
I do now, like a little bit now.
Yeah.
Got the little one.
Okay, that's the right lines. Your little one's probably too little to watch
too
this, but in a few years, yeah, SpongeBob
Nice.
SquarePants, nice. Yeah.
That's not Ipswich related, I don't think.
No, there's a red herring in there.
Well, that could have been it.
That was the red herring.
Oh, yeah,
Okay, right, okay, that was word association with the skipper, Dara O'Shea and Leif Davis.
You didn't build this by standing still. Neither did Ipswich Town. Hard work, late nights, big decisions. When your next level is within reach, don't let funding hold you back. Fleximize will find you the best deal out there, even if it's not ours. Just fast, flexible business loans. Let's fund your next level. Fleximize.